All rise.
You may be seated. Good day, court.
Good day, Honorable Judge.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Hope you are good.
I'm good. What do you have to do?
Okay, Honorable Judge, thank you. This court case number 214243434, Honorable Judge. And in this case, it involves Susan Kaindi. You may step forward. She's the plaintiff, Honorable Judge. And Mr. Peter Mbugua, the defendant. Step forward. Honorable Judge, Susan Kaindi gave a total sum of 150,000 Kenya shillings to Peter Mbugua so that he can help her get a job in the Ministry of Home and Current Affairs. But Mr. Mbugua did not deliver on his promises. Honorable Judge, Susan wants her money back because she now believes she will not get the job after trying to reach Mbugua for a long time without any success. Besides, all the posts that had been advertised for has been failed. And that's all, Honorable Judge.
Thank you. Oh, Susan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell the court a little about yourself.
Your Honor, my name is Susan Kaindi. I graduated last month with a degree in procurement and supply chain management.
Tell me more about it.
So after graduating, I have been trying something to find something, but nothing has come my way. And then one day I just found a newspaper, and I got an advert there. So I decided to apply for a job that was advertised there, since I had the qualifications anyway. Then they had seen that someone should post their letter or just take them to the office yourself. So myself, I decided to take it there. And when I was there on the line to take my letter, that's when the man called me aside.
From Mr. Mbugua approached you?
Yeah, this Mbugua here.
Yes.
So when he called me aside, he started telling me a lot of things. He started by telling me that there were a lot of people that wanted the same post. So he asked me to give him 200,000 shillings so that he can give me the job. He guaranteed me the job that when I give him the money. I was hesitant, but he managed to convince me somehow. And that's when I called my dad and asked him for the money. But my dad just gave me 150,000. So I gave him the money. But he didn't give me the job.
Oh, so you sourced the money from your father?
Yeah, I asked for it from my dad.
Okay. And since then, nothing is forthcoming?
Nothing. I've been trying to call him, he doesn't answer, texting him, he doesn't reply. And that's when I decided to bring the case to the court.
Okay. What position did he tell you he holds in the company, in the ministry?
He said that he is he said that he is the CEO in the company.
Mr. Mbugua?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me about yourself and tell me whether whatever she's saying, whatever the allegation is true.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Peter Nyanjui Juguna Mbugua, CEO and a public officer working in the Ministry of Home and Current Affairs. Very hardworking, very straightforward, and no blame shall be placed onto my shoulders. And I can attest and tell this court today, the aforementioned case about the lady is something that is irrelevant, because me as the CEO of the company, I'm in charge of my employees, who normally employ them, pay them, and the principles of the company, and also the qualifications of the company. So I'm the chief finance officer. My sign or my signature is the one that will verify if the person will be employed or not. And in our company, we deal with integrity. We don't do any sorts of what she said about giving me some money. And I can say through this that she didn't even afford to give me a shilling of what she said. And for that, by mentioning me using this man or what, I'm Mr. Mbugua, please, or call me.
I don't think whatever you are saying is even important.
I want to tell the court the truth because you might be the one challenging yourself in this court.
You are talking too much, and you are not talking to me.
And please, keep quiet.
Please.
Huh? When I'm talking.
Order. You don't tell people to keep quiet in this court. I'm the one who gives such instructions.
But Your Honor, when I'm talking, she must keep quiet. She took her time to explain herself, and I just remained silent.
Then stop addressing me, address the judge.
And you must know that the money that you gave out was in theory. There was no money. And I can tell the court that there was no money that was given to me. And because we work with integrity, I can say this fully with my concerns. No money received, and the job was there.
Okay. Well, why didn't you offer the job as you had promised?
The case is different from what she's saying.
Why did you pick on her? As she says, there were many people who queued for the job, but you picked on her to talk to her.
Your Honor, you know, this is the country that we are, Kenya, right? And very important, you know, that money talks.
Money talks.
Yes.
Okay.
Money talks. And for the case of picking her, I think I'll say this. I didn't pick her for the recommendation. She just called me, informed me about everything she wanted about the job, because she even told me that she wants to use what she has in order to provide and win the job.
Are you out of your mind?
When you say that, what do you mean?
I mean, she said she's a woman that will make a man, me, very happy. So,
Your Honor, this man is trying to manipulate the court.
when you try to convince a man, try to be silent, because we give instructions and you follow.
This is a court. It's not your house.
And remember, the money that you're talking about is just a minute amount of money that even me, myself, with my stomach, cannot even handle that very small amount of money. If I were to ask you for some good money, I think you could have not even stepped inside that company.
So
and to make it clear and clarity, it's good that she just keep on pushing up on me, forcing me up to do things that I don't need. As the manager, as the CEO, also you can just quote me as a millionaire because I deal with money. Yes.
You're a millionaire?
Yes.
Okay, but you still went after her 150,000.
It was a theory. You know, when we talk about theory, that is something that didn't happen. Or who did you give your money?
I gave you the money.
What
you need to know is that I took the money from my dad and I have to return the money.
Do I look like I can eat your money?
You are carrying this stomach, showing how gluttonous you are.
When I tell you the budget of this stomach,
just tell us.
You'll never even wonder.
Tell us.
And I want you to keep your mouth shut. You cannot shout at me.
Order.
Mr. Mbugua, we'll leave for you this court, eh? Watch your mouth.
Sawa Fande.
Your Honor, this man is just a thief. I even wonder how he managed to get this job.
And that's
a very big thug.
And they say is that you should not be shouting and hooling around with some words.
You will not confuse us with a lot of English.
No, the Chiriku things. You know, you are talking like the Chiriku. I don't know.
Are you calling me a canary bird?
In fact, you are.
Your Honor, does my mouth look like that one of a canary bird?
Then shut your beak up.
You man with a blue shirt. What are you trying to say?
Yeah.
So, Susan, do you have any evidence or a way to convince this court that you give that money?
The man called me aside, Your Honor. And that's when he asked for the cash. So I gave him the money. I didn't get any evidence. Because there was no one in the room.
You say you didn't have any money, you've been tarmacking, and you had to call your father for the money.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you made another appointment with him?
He is trying to ask me to go out for dinners with him.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. And when
How long did you take to raise that kind of money? 150,000 is not a small amount.
My dad gave me all the money.
How long did you take? You had to go to your dad. How long did you take to raise that money, or your dad to raise that money?
No, it just took him only 3 days.
3 days?
Yeah, my dad is a very committed person when it comes to us, his children.
Okay.
So he can do anything for us, so that he was so sure that I would get the job. That was what the man assured me. And that's what I told my dad.
But now, even there is a mention of going for dinners and stuff. Have you been dating?
No, I didn't date him. In fact, myself, I have been following what my dad told me.
Please tell the
when
court
I was
the
in
truth.
class 6. My dad told me that nobody can die without not being in a relationship with a man or a woman. So I've been just trying to maintain myself. Even when he asked me for dinners, I didn't go with him.
But you delivered the money.
Yeah,
you delivered the money to his office, or you met in a different place?
I took the money to his office. No, I don't think it's the office, because it was a room that no one was there. It was himself.
I think it's a special one, eh?
Probably, I don't know.
Well, it looks like there was something special.
Special thing.
Your Honor,
yes, Mr.
if she can't even understand the type of the office we can have, I think she's very confused.
What do you mean she can't understand the kind of
She's
office?
really confused.
What do you mean she can't understand the kind of office?
Because she was to tell the court the truth about the dinner. In fact, I can just say, she just told me she would like me to take her to their dinner for a more improper negotiation about the job.
Okay.
Look
Yes.
at this one. Who can call you for dinner, surely?
And we said, these village salads and village girls, when you take them to a very big hotels like the Pan-Afric hotels, they'll just stay there not knowing this is a very big hotel that you can accommodate them. They just think it's just a village center that you can just buy that chapati and mandondo for that reason.
So you look at me, you think that I'm very poor.
And very important, so
and
I told
you're
you,
the person who can take me to big places.
I'm a
surely.
graduate.
Look at yourself.
I'm a graduate.
I don't think so.
This
I think you know someone that
I think she's
just connected
she's
you
also
to the
a graduate,
job.
so
I'm a graduate, and my parents took me to the very, very mighty university in this country, the University of Nairobi. I did my degree and also my master's and my PhD. So the way she's handling me is quite not good in my perspective, because the magnitude of the effort she's putting is irrelevant to me. In fact, even here, I'm just wasting my time arguing with what she's saying. I could have just employed my lawyers to come and stand on her still, using the same proper chain.
well, since you're here, you have to do what you got to do and answer what you asked. I find you a graduate.
Sana, well.
And he is not proud.
Only so much.
There are a lot of graduates in this court, but they are not bragging on.
Only kwa university gani bwana afande?
Kipetero University,
Okay. In South.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not feeling so well today, but we'll handle these. So, Mr. Mbugua, you confirm and you stand strong that you didn't get any money from her?
Very true, Your Honor. There's nothing she brought. What she's complaining is not true. And I would like to say, justice be upon those with something good.
What something good are you talking about?
I think you should keep quiet.
In fact, Your Honor, Let him tell us the criteria he used to choose the person he chose.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, tell us what criteria did you use to...
When I try to look at whatever she has, Your Honor.
Order. You don't behave like that in this court. That is harassment. That is sexual harassment, and you can also face stages over that.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you say that you went out for dinner with her?
Yes, very true.
Your Honor, I didn't go
was it just dinner or to discuss the employment, or was it dinner with other attachment?
So the dinner was all about discussing issues related to manhood and womanhood, and issues with employment and whatever. I think they were not there. I think the aim she had was just to come and meet the big man with money and handle him well, make him good, feel nice. Yeah.
Do you think I've never met rich men in my life?
Mr. Mbogo, you're very arrogant.
Yeah, he's very arrogant.
He thinks he's very rich in this country.
I think even the way you see this coat of mine, very expensive.
We have seen people wearing more expensive and they don't go bragging.
The taste of these clothes are just from Italy. I don't know.
Excuse me,
yes.
Mr. Mbogo, you didn't come here to tell us your taste and how expensive your clothes are. You came here to defend yourself from allegations of conning.
Your Honor, use the right term, not conning.
No, it's a con, because if you promised her a job and it didn't come through.
Trying to say that's what you had.
You're not a judge.
But you know yourself.
I think the court will just face you right and defend over you, because I see even the charges on your side. Yes. So defend yourself well, because I'm here. So, Your Honor, because Plan A failed, you just applied another one.
What was Plan A?
Yes.
What was Plan A that failed?
Plan A was trying to bring the money.
Oh, Plan A was her to bring you the money.
The money.
And
that was
she
Plan
did.
A, and she didn't bring the money.
She did?
Yes.
She brought you the money?
She didn't brought me the money.
Yes.
Yes.
And then Plan B was a date?
Yes, Plan B was a date.
And which you did?
We did all what we had to do for that time.
So in other words, you are somehow accepting she brought you the money?
I'm not saying that I'm accepting. The money was not there, because she tried to convince me with the money, but I didn't accept the plea.
You see the money and you don't take it.
Did you bring the money?
I gave you the money. I didn't bring the money. I gave you the money.
You can now give the court, there is evidence that you gave me the money.
Bogwa, that money I took it from my dad. And with the, I need my money.
I need security.
Stick to your place, eh?
No,
You're in court, eh? Next time you do
You're in
this.
court. Please show
Let
some
me deal with
respect.
this fool here.
Atinani,
He's just putting a lot of lies on me.
you're calling me a fool.
That's what you had.
I'm all graduates.
Graduate my foot.
Your Honor, is that not an insult?
Well. I won't side with that, but I'm trying to understand, and I'm trying to think, to reason how to find out whether the money was brought or not. Since there is no evidence, Susan, you'll have to tell this court in a better way.
Mr. Mbugwa, tupa hicho kichokono. Tupa haraka.
What is kichokono?
Hey, throw away that
Can you throw away that
toothpick.
thing?
We don't entertain such arrogance here.
Wewe mzenga, baada tu niambie ni toothpick, mzee
This
unanipeleka
man
bala.
is so arrogant. He thinks he owns everyone in this country.
Next time you do that, I'll kick you out.
You're such an arrogant man. So, Mr. Mbogwa, so there was a plan A, which was to bring you the money, which she brought.
She didn't.
She didn't.
Yes.
Why would she have decided? Why would she have thought of bringing you the money? Is it not that you had maybe requested or asked her for the money?
I didn't ask for the money because I know she's...
Why would she just decide to bring you the money?
I think that was what she thought from her mind, that if she'll bring me the money, I'll accept the plea. And you know right away, people outside here are tamarking because of work. A mere graduate, 1 month old from the university, want to get a job. And there is those who have just tarmacked for 10 to 15 years. They are looking for a job, no experience.
That's what you would have told me before accepting my
No
money.
experience. So how can I employ you?
Why didn't you tell me that?
In fact, it was very important that the criteria of applying the job was so perfect that there were so many people applied the same job. But
you
they
decided to interfere with it.
They came in different ways. But her, she just came blindly.
Well, she chose her way of coming. So, at the end of the day, you got somebody to employ?
Yes. In fact, Diana got the job.
Diana?
Yes.
Why Diana? What was her better qualification than her?
Yes, Diana was so fine, a very fine, tighter girl with very big something that a man can possess. She was so fine on her way of talks, and the heavy she carried, the importanter, the happier the man will be. That is me.
So what is, Your Honor, what is he trying to say? I can't even
understand. So you've been using jobs to get girls?
We are not saying that we are using jobs to get that. We can say...
Or you've been wasting ladies, or you know, trying to find them, promising them jobs?
Exactly.
Actually, no. Diana was my long time friend, my long time girlfriend, yes, and she could just provide me with goodies, which she couldn't afford to do that.
Was this job to be won, but you know, to be, well, wait a minute. Were you trying to find the best with the goodies, or were you trying to find the best with the qualifications?
Very correct. Both applied. The goodies, at the same time, the qualifications.
So, basically, Mr. Mbogo, with all your arrogance, you've been using ladies for your own entertainment when they come in search of jobs.
Yes, ladies with fine behinds, not like hers.
You can't say that. You said you went out for dinner with her.
Yeah. He was lying, Your Honor.
But she didn't cooperate. She failed terribly. So if she failed on the dinner, I think you'll also fail when I will employ her. So kindly, she didn't qualify.
Oh,
those who qualified.
So Diana accepted to play along with you and your crafty way, but Susan here denied you such.
Very true.
And that's why she failed.
She failed terribly. She should have just been so much ideological in that she could just convince such very big man, very big graduate, person with more than ideological facts in relation to the field.
Big man, yes. And you're such a little guy.
This is my personal property.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. Yes.
It's your personal, let me not go there. But you keep saying big man, and one would think you are 6 foot, and maybe you're 5'5". Anyway.
Stop the jokes.
No. We all have a big side, so. Mr. Mbogo, I want to understand. Are you responsible of employing people in the ministry? You keep saying CEO and all this, your company, but don't forget, it's a government institution. That's a government ministry. But are you the one responsible, or you just a conman who takes advantage of the ladies there?
By using the term conman, it's an assault to me, my life. I think my life is in danger because of that.
No, you're not in danger. It's just a term because you keep telling ladies, oh, I'll get you the job, and...
Remember, being in a ministry, I'm a government
So, Mr. Mbogwa, I want to understand how you call yourself the CEO of your company, and yet it's a government ministry. Is it the terms you use to lure girls into getting to thinking you're all that?
That's why I said I'm prominent in terms of thoughts and ideologies. I'm a public officer, in fact, a government CEO, and at my ministry. I'm in charge of all the employees and their affairs in my company.
Well, you're not the minister, but it's okay, it doesn't matter. Maybe that's how you con girls into falling to thinking you're the big man there.
It's not actually conning. Use the right term.
Okay, wewe ni mwizi.
Hasa mtu wa shati ya blue anasema nini?
And you need to respect me, eh? We're in court.
You're tempting me to speak in that Kiswahili of yours. I'm not.
So you think English is everything?
Oh, I forgot about Mr. Kinuthia. Do you know him?
I don't care about him.
He's the chief staff who is good in mathematics. He calculated the amount of money she had in theory. Eh? I know you know him, right? Let us just talk facts.
Who is that guy?
Mr. Kinuthia.
I don't know him. Are you going to force me to like I know everybody?
Did you communicate with him?
I didn't.
So it means that your money was not there. You're just falsing,
What I know
giving
is
some
that
facts.
you are the person I gave the money. Don't tell me about the Kinuthia. I
You
don't know
didn't give me the
Kinuthia.
money. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
So
Excuse
tell
me,
us who is
Mr.
the
Mbogwa.
Kinuthia guy then?
Don't bang the table in court. So who's this Kinuthia now?
Kinuthia is my mathematician, my loyal staff, my PA, who normally works, is good in doing some account, whatever. Or I can just say account finance offices. She's the one who normally calculates all the amounts of money that we have that comes in and just goes out.
But
The inputs and the outputs.
Yes, he's the accountant of the ministry, and he counts the money which comes in officially.
Yes.
This money looks like it came in through back door, or it was a bribe or something.
And that's why she said she didn't talk with him, meaning there was no money.
That's your fellow thief.
You cannot reach me without reaching Kinuthia.
I didn't see Kinuthia. And what's important is
Kinuthia
Kinuthia
your
here
PA.
now.
Kinuthia is a government officer, an accountant.
He's good
From what I hear you say.
He's good in playing these mathematic games around here with those junior staff employees.
Maybe he's your fellow thief.
He's fellow thief.
Or he's the one you work in cahoots with.
Yes, we work with him, very close friend of mine.
Okay. So since she didn't see Kinuthia, you don't think there was any money?
That's the truth behind it. She
Could
didn't meet with
could
Kinuthia.
it be that it came straight to you?
Nothing of that sort.
Your Honor, this guy is denying everything.
I'm not denying, I'm talking
I'm trying to
facts.
talk a lot of English here. Just confusing you and the whole court.
Oh, excuse me. The English I'm talking is just mine and myself.
What importance is that?
That's why, so being educated is
Is it
so
even
nice.
important?
Very,
Surely.
very important.
I asked you something.
In fact, you should be...
Tell the court the criteria you used to employ this person you employ.
In fact, even you should be even pegging now here so that I may even employ you over there,
Your
because
Honor,
they just brought me to the
he said I
court.
didn't qualify.
Eh? I'll just feel guilty for what I've never done. Eh?
I had all the qualifications that were advertised.
Qualifications, you say?
Your Honor.
What qualifications?
You are listening to this man too much.
No, I'm just listening to you people arguing and trying to see where the truth lies.
But I see you're not listening to me.
I'm listening to you, Susan. What do you want to tell me?
She has nothing to say.
I qualified. I had everything that was advertised in the magazine. And this man here is here saying that I didn't qualify. So let him tell us what criteria he used.
The fact is that her dad was once my close friend, long time ago. But
Who's
now,
that?
no. So I don't know where, because she comes from a very, very humble background, just something small, eh? You know, we don't even need to talk about that. Where did the money came from? If her dad doesn't have any. It's just something you go look for and mouth. And mouth. Where's the money? Where do you get the money to bring them?
Your Honor, you're saying all this because I told him everything. I told him that my dad is sick, and so I needed the job so badly. So he just found what he has to say about me here.
Could it be?
You say your dad is sick? And
Your
also you
Honor,
brought the money?
My dad is sick. He has high blood pressures. And if I don't give him the money and tell him I didn't get the job, my dad will die.
Let him die. Kwani ni mtu wa kwanza kukufa?
Order.
It's very arrogant.
Come on.
Mtu wa kwanza kukufa?
How can you say
I want you
such
to
a
watch your
thing?
mouth. Hey, I want you to watch your mouth.
You need to choose your words
You understand?
wisely.
Yes, Afande.
You need to choose your words wisely. That was not very kind. You don't tell somebody that they can just go and die. That's life. As much as you don't care.
But the good thing is that I'm not in hospital. Neither me or me myself. Her dad. And if he dies, let him die.
Susan, how did
If
you...
my dad die, be sure of this, I will kill you.
Susan, please, order Susan. No, don't threaten in court.
What is he trying to say? My dad should die.
You said you will
Really?
kill me? In fact, that statement I'll record. And itakufunga jela wewe. Utaona nje.
Do it. If my dad dies...
And I say, nitamweka jela. The information you say killing me is an insult to me. And that's the statement I'll record and nitamweka jela.
There is nothing worse than me.
You will rot in
My
jail.
Order, Mr. Mbugua. Don't forget, I'm the judge.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
I've had it. And if you kumweka jela, hauna jela yako, itabidi unipite through me.
Yes,
Okay?
Your Honor.
Yes.
So I understand the whole scenario. You provoked her, you wished her father to die, and so that is to be considered. Anyway, Susan, if your father is sick, how did he raise the money to give you?
My dad has savings.
And Mbogwa here says that he knows your father, and you come from a humble background.
Ask him the last time he saw my dad.
So he used to know your dad?
I don't know. He even doesn't know my dad. If he does, he knew him long time ago, of which I'm not even sure.
Mr. Mbogwa, how did you know the family?
The time is that she's still young, right? Because I've been working in the ministry for like 15 years. So I'm old enough to have handled his father 7 years ago.
Then you met the father. How did you meet the father?
No, it was something like an affair because we come from one village.
Oh, you come
Yes.
from the same
Same village. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. And did you know the father prior to? Did you know Mr. Mbogwa prior to applying the job?
Not at all.
You never knew him. So if he would not have approached you when you queued to go and do your interview, you would not have known him.
No.
And for you knew her.
Yes, I knew her.
Okay. And that's how you decided to take advantage of her.
Not taking advantage. It's a facts by facts. Let bygones be bygones. Just telling the court what she's saying, I don't agree with. She's just trying to circulate some unnecessary facts in this court that is against me, and to which I think they're not good for me and the work that I'm doing, because the time I'll be realized that I'm just doing this for her, I think I'll be fired by the government. So why bring lies to the court?
You're fired again and you are the CEO. He's forgetting he's the CEO, being fired by who?
CEO wa ministry ni mgani yosi ni minister. Anaitwa sisi naitwa nini? Cabinet secretary.
That's why we are under the government.
Amekula pesa ya serikali mpaka amejipea cheo. Sisi yetu
hii ni hongo, hizi ni mahongo zimefanya ukwe na afya hivyo. Anyway, I'm not the one to judge. Susan, tell me more. You had said that I'm not giving you a chance to talk.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, explain better.
So he has been lying all along. Isn't that I went with him for dinner?
Yes.
And then later on he comes when he said yet again, I declined everything. He said that I didn't qualify. He is not willing to tell us the criteria he used. What is that the other person had that I didn't have?
Oh, sorry. He said he employed Diana because he had a park. He had the loads.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you, Your Honor. This guy is just using innocent girls. I declined his offer. And then he asked me for the money. I gave him the money. He took the money, he used the money, and then he went and chose someone else. He has been denying that he didn't ask me for dinners and whatever. But see what he is so that he can choose Diana.
How do you respond to that, Mr. Mbugua?
So you are just trying to tell the court that I'm serving the nation?
You send it yourself.
Do you mean?
Everything I have sent is what you sent. I just repeated.
Do you mean in my ministry that when somebody with big behinds is somebody who is going to be employed? That's what you think?
But that's what you said. That's why you employed Diana. Didn't you?
He said that.
Diana was the real quick deal.
Yeah, and now you want to turn around and say that you changed. You want to change and say you didn't employ him because of she was a deal.
But the fact is that Diana has been let me not just say this for good and also repeat myself. Diana has been my long-time friend, working friend, and she came just for one day.
It was not the criterion, it was the friendship.
In short, in my ministry, I employ.
As you approached her from the queue, you knew that you were going to employ Diana and not her.
Not actually. She's the one who was busy looking for me.
Who?
Not me looking for her.
Who?
What?
Her.
What made you fall for his ways? Why did you trust him to employ you or to be the right person to work with to help you get employment?
Your Honor, he told me he is the one in charge of the HR. So I just needed the job so much. He guaranteed me the job.
Why did you trust him?
He said that he was willing to help me.
But you didn't know his position. You didn't know his position. He could be anybody in the queue, in the ministry.
But Your Honor, I just saw him and he knew everything.
Oh, after you saw the big stomach and the expensive coat, you thought happened your mdosi.
Nikukosa akili.
No, order, Mr. Mbugua. Order. I just want to understand why she could easily fall for your ways that you could help her and be employed. Was he one of the?
He was one of the staff that were picking the letters.
Picking the letters or doing the interview?
No, it was. There were people he picked me from the line. In fact, I was in the line going to take my letter to the staff, and so himself he was one of them. So he approached me. He called me aside.
But you see, how did you? Do you understand what I'm trying to ask? Why did you trust him?
Yeah.
Anybody in the ministry can pick letters. Maybe at a messenger.
Yeah.
Maybe that was wrong, but Your Honor.
Who approached who? Like?
He didn't approach me.
He's the one who approached you
Yeah.
and asked you the money.
He called me aside. He tried to tell me about the position, how a lot of people want the position.
Did he take you to his office?
He took me to a room. I am not sure whether it is his office, but it was
No, you see, like me, this is my position. I'm the judge. If I'm seated here and I have the authority of this court.
And that is your office.
And this is my office.
Yes.
But tukikutana kwa corridor and hata kama nimevaa hivi, how would you trust me? Or what would you know who I am?
No, this is the time I'm realizing maybe he used that one to con me. Because, yes, in fact, I followed him, I trusted him. Because I thought he would help me.
And in 3 days you brought him 150,000.
Yes, I did. I didn't need the job.
And
he guaranteed me that when I give him the money, he will give me the job.
And from there, it was just like, that's it.
That's what happened, yeah.
Baada ya hapo simu inanyongwa.
Is it true, Mr. Mbugua, that when she calls unanyonga simu?
Not true. I don't know.
Her calls?
I don't know even if she has my number.
Are you sure?
Lazy, poor girl. She doesn't follow instructions.
Susan, do you have his number?
I do.
Have you been calling me?
Your Honor, he said that we have, he once lined here that we were going for dinner with him. How did we go for dinner without communicating?
And by the fact you are calling me without money, what do you want to tell me? You just want the job. Just want a job.
After you took the money is when you realized that I wasn't important.
But telling the court that I took you from the line. Doing what in the line? The job was applied online. Did you saw the queue? It was applied online.
You can't be contented with your own salary.
It is by the fact that you saw an advertisement on this newspaper, you wrote it. The number that was there, and it was applied through the email form, or I can't say Gmail. No, you may not be understanding these facts.
You talk too much.
So, where was the line? Please, Your Honor, there was no line. There was no queue. The job was applied online. Maybe under what criteria or techniques that she used to come to the line with others, I don't know.
So did she also give you the money online?
She didn't give me.
Or she gave you the cash?
She didn't.
Hey, Honorable Judge. This one is tough, eh?
Anyway, tutajua tu. So, Susan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain. Now it's becoming interesting. He says that the job was to be applied online.
Yes, that's what I said on the start. No, they said that you can put, no, it wasn't applied to be applied online. It was said that you deliver your document to the office or you post them. So myself, I took my documents there.
You chose to take your documents?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was, did it have a deadline? I thought you were doing an interview.
No, we were just to take our documents that day. There were a lot of people there. I wasn't alone. That's when he called me aside.
Mr. Mbugo, you said there wasn't anything like that. The job was to be there to be applied online.
She's contradicting the statement she's saying. And the job was applied online through the soft copy forms. She didn't follow the instructions, so she just decided to come with the ministry. And that's how she messaged.
And that's when she met you.
And that's how she met with me now, the king.
Okay. That's how she met you. And you recognized her?
Yes. I recognize her. In fact, even I don't know the name. What is your name, girl?
It is not important. Just answer
Mr.
the
Mbugo, have
judge.
you not just said even you know them from background? You know you know them from home?
Yes. Knowing you from home and job is two different cases. I can know you, yes. But what do you have? Do you have anything that you can convince me to just employ you? Or just coming anyhow empty-handed, like the good Samaritans?
As Susan introduced herself, well, I would say she's an educated lady. She's done well with her books. So
Mr. Mbuga, maybe if I can ask you, did she give you the package, like, after the dinner? You know, the package, yeah? You know?
She's so nice. In fact, she's good on that.
Order bailiff, you usiulize hiyo.
Nimewacha.
Kwani unataka unaona nia gani?
Labda kupata package ndio maana all these stories ana come up na hizi stories mingi. You see, he's contradicting himself.
Wewe kama ofisa,
yeah.
Unafikiria hiyo pesa ilipeanwa?
Pesa ilipeanwa, lakini package sasa ndio shida.
The man in the blue shirt. Do you have evidence that the money was sent? Do you have evidence that the money was given to me?
What I know, I've studied you, Mr. Mbugwa, and you got the money in cash. But now what you didn't receive is the package, the special package, Honorable Judge. You get? That's where the problem comes.
You need to apologize to me.
Do
you have the fact?
You know, you're talking to the. You're calling yourself OG. How did you call yourself?
I'm not the OG.
Oh, you're the big man.
I'm the big man.
Minus beards.
Kabisa.
You are destroying. Please shut up.
Order. Don't shut people up here.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a light moment. It's okay. So, Mr. Mbugwa, from what I hear and what I think, you're a very arrogant man, but that is none of my business. In this court, respect is a must. But away from that, I can't exactly pin the money on you. Susan, I'm sorry. I can't exactly pin the money on him. I think we need to have a little more investigation.
But Your Honor, even if I may not have evidence, you heard him say that he has a lot of employees here, and they are ladies. Even for the sake of other ladies out there, this man, he has even been saying a lot of things here that shows that he is guilty.
Well, he might be guilty, he might be taking advantage of ladies, but also the ladies is taking advantage of all of 18, and there are people who know what they are doing. So,
but they are desperate. They need to, people have problems out there. They need to do a lot of things. They have responsibilities. So someone is willing to do anything so that he can be given that job. And this one is using them. Maybe even he is HIV positive. Telling it to the girls.
Yenye mtafariki.
You are the one who will die. In fact, you.
She's saying, I can even be contradicting or just using my employees in the same term as sleeping with them. Do you mean the same? So you mean all my employees in my ministry are just HIV positive because you guess I'm HIV positive?
Those are your ones. They aren't my ones.
That's an insult, Your Honor.
Anyway, order. Now, I've listened to both sides, and I've come to a conclusion. After listening to both sides, I think this case needs a little more investigation. It will be given back to the CID, so we may get to know what is going on. I'm giving it a period of 2 months, so we can have a full report on this case from the CIDs. They will know what to do or how to investigate it. As for me, for now, I can't comment. I can't make a judgment. I'm sorry for you, Susan, but Mr. Mbugwa, it's coming for you. I won't say much. So with that, this court is adjourned.
And all rise.